Manifestation is for chumps. What we all need to really be doing and truly be doing in order to manifest whatever it is that we want in our lives a whole lot quicker is actually identity shifting. So the way I would personally identify identity shifting is you are essentially moving who you want to be like in the present moment. You are acting like the person that you want to become in the near future right now, not waiting for the future, not waiting for a couple of years, but doing it right now. Essentially, you know the kind of person that you envision yourself being. Every single person that is watching this video, we all know and understand the kind of people that we envision ourselves being. But the issue is we'll never actually be able to align ourselves with the ideal versions of who we want to become in the future because of the fact that we don't know how to identity shift. People try and act as if they can align themselves with their ideal future, but they haven't even aligned themselves with the kind of person that they envision themselves becoming. So when it comes to concepts like, certain concepts of manifestation, like vision boards, right? Affirmations. And honestly, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that none of these work because we're all different people. Different methods work for different people. But I feel like for me personally, what works best for me is just simply acting as if I'm already the person I envision myself becoming in the future, practicing things that I know that my future self will be doing in the future. So it's essentially like I do the things that, because I can already, obviously I can imagine what I do in the future, how I act, my habits, just how successful I am in terms of all aspects of life, right? And it's like, in order to actually align myself with that future version of myself, I have to start doing the things that I envision my future self doing in the present moment. People don't understand and realize that identity shifting will make your goals come to you a whole lot quicker, right? This is why a lot of people, they have 5-year goals. They want to get to a certain point in their lives within 10 years. They don't even understand or realize you can get to your 5-year goal only within a year because of identity shifting and alignment. You can get to your 6-month goal within the first 30 days. That's not necessarily because of manifesting, but it's due to the fact that you are starting to align yourself slowly but surely to the person that you envision yourself becoming in the near future. You start to practice the habits that you envision yourself doing in the future. You start to talk, walk, and even act as if you're already the person that's envisioned that you can envision in the future. So it's really just about asking yourself and wondering because if you're not daydreaming about your future self every single day, first of all, you're not doing something right. If you're not even envisioning about the life that you want at least every single day or night, you're not doing something right. So it's about understanding that you have to kind of figure out the kind of person that you want to become in the future. That's step one. And then once you can get a clear idea and a clear picture of the ideal person that you envision yourself becoming, now it's time to actually envision the small things about that future version of yourself. Like, what do you do? What do you eat? The habits you do, right? Just the things that you do in your free time, the things that you talk about, how you walk, how you represent yourself, right? Just small things like that. And the only twist is that you actually start to do it right now. And the thing with manifestation that, is truly beautiful is that anything works, right? Just like how any business model will work. People are over here trying to act as if, oh, this business model is better than the other. Trading is better than whatever. That's not true. Any single business model that you decide to pour your energy into the most will succeed. And this is simply due to the fact that you decided to invest your energy so much into this one specific skill or this one specific manifestation technique. And because you invested so much of your energy into it, you will start to receive the fruits of your own labor from the energy that you decided to invest in. So generally anything works. It shouldn't be about which is the best, manifestation technique, right? It should be about which is the one that truly aligns the most with me and that I can envision myself doing on a daily basis so that it can get me further to where I want to be in life. It's the same exact concept of diets, right? You can get on a carnivore diet. I can get on a carnivore diet, but both of our bodies will react completely differently, right? Because we're biologically built differently. Your body may like the carnivore diet. Mine's might I just might completely not crash out, but essentially my body would reject the carnivore diet, right? We're all biologically and also genetically and energetically different from one another. So it shouldn't be about which is the best method to use, but rather what's the best method that's personally most aligned with the kind of person that I am. But the beautiful thing about identity shifting is that you will achieve your goals so much quicker. so much quicker than you ever expected to. You have a goal that you want to be able to accomplish within the next 3 years, dude, you could literally do it within a year or half a year, right? And this, I can't emphasize this enough, because information like this is truly one of the secret intricacies of the universe. And because people don't understand and realize this kind of information, we will forever continue to live lives that will never be truly aligned with us. So like, I'm gonna give you an example for like what I personally, got going on, right? So when it comes to like identity shifting, I don't know if y'all know who, how do I say his name? Miyato Musashi, right? One of the greatest philosophers in all of manga, in all of anime. He's my personal favorite, but like, I kind of envision myself having a similar, like the ideal future version of myself. I kind of envision myself to have like a similar mindset that he has. He's one of my favorite philosophers ever, right? Not even just in anime, but just generally in real life, and just generally, right? He's just one of my favorite philosophers. And for me, I feel like, not even I feel like, but I know that I'm gonna have like a similar mindset in the future. And I feel like I'll be similar to him in the way that he acts and the way that I act in the near future. Like just having a mindset that he has, because bro, if y'all have read Vagabond, his character development had to be one of the most beautiful things I've ever truly read. Bro, I literally have Vagabond books right now. Let me show y'all. Hold on. All right, so I got this one. Now, nigga, I have no clue why like Japanese books are backwards. Like, look at this shit. I don't know. That's off topic, but this is the first one I had, and then this is also like a larger one. This dude, I truly loved his character development. It was probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever truly read, and this stuff was so good, I literally had to buy physical copies of it, right? But like, essentially, what I'm trying to say is I kind of envision myself having and inheriting a similar mindset that he has when it comes to just generally things in life, trials and tribulations, and just overall life. Like, I envision my future self being a lot similar to Miyato Musashi. So that's kind of just like a general example, but you just kind of need to self-reflect and kind of think about the life that you envision yourself living, right? The life that you ideally want to be able to live for yourself, and just become whatever your typical version of success means to you. You just need to sit down, kind of ask yourself, like, what is it that I want to do in the future? Like just even small things, right? Like, what do I want to eat in the future? What do I want to dress like in the future, right? Just like, what kind of place do I want to live in the future, right? What do I want to be doing in the future? What kind of hobbies do I want to enjoy in the future? You just start to ask yourself these small things, and you'll eventually be able to envision your ideal future self, the person that you constantly should be looking up to, because realistically, you should not be looking up to anyone more than your ideal future version of yourself. But the thing is, like, you need to start doing these things right now. You're not supposed to be waiting for no savior or someone needs to show up and help discipline you into doing that stuff. You need to be able to inherit these habits and the thinking patterns that the future you has in the current present moment. Because all it really is truly about understanding how time doesn't exist, right? There's really only the present moment. And I'm sure you've heard it a million times. I'm gonna be the last person to tell you this, that time does not exist, at least not the man-made concept of time, or how we know of time to actually be. Because the universe never operates on man-made physical time, bro. It's about understanding and realizing that the universe does not know the difference between the person that you envision yourself becoming and the person that you are currently right now. Everything is all interconnected with one another, the past, present, and also future, which is the reason why you need to start identity shifting into the person that you ideally want to become right here, right now, and not waiting for no savior and anybody to help you to do so. But yeah, yo, so this was just kind of my thoughts on why I personally believe that identity shifting will get you way farther in life than any sort of manifestation technique. Now, obviously, don't get me wrong, manifestation always works, because we're all different people. Everyone uses manifestation in different ways, methods, and techniques. But really, the real sauce is in identity shifting, acting who you are or envision yourself in the future, but doing it right now. This is the truth. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the video off that. I hope y'all enjoyed, but that's King Wellness, and I'm out.